What the hex is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Prove X, the seal of cryptographic truth. Because Richard Hart has just dropped this tonight, we are standing in a moment that feels almost electric. Nothing like this has appeared in years. And anyone who understands what decentralization really means can feel the ground move a little beneath their feet. Prove X isn't a routine product release. It is a new architecture of trust. A quiet technological revolution that might mark the moment blockchain steps fully into the world it promised to change. Imagine two strangers trading gold for a key. In the old world, they needed a guard, a judge, a banker. Now imagine the trade proves itself. The key unlocks the instant the gold changes hands. No guard, no banker, no trust required. That's Prove X. It replaces trust with proof. And every proof burns a tiny piece of its own supply, leaving a permanent record that honesty took place. Blockchains were blind to the real world. Prove X opens the door. One proves payment, the other proves delivery, and the system confirms the event. The exchange disappears. The trust gap evaporates. This is the layer that was missing. Blockchain solved double spend. Prove X solves double trust. Every proof consumes supply. Truth leaves a trail of ash. The more the world uses it, the rarer it becomes. An economy of deflation. Look beyond finance, identity, escrow, insurance, licensing. Every trust us becomes prove it. Richard Hart has been building to this. Hex removed the bank from yield. Pulsechain removed gatekeepers from access. Prove X removes the middleman from verification. If it succeeds, tonight may be remembered as the moment humanity stopped asking permission to prove the truth. Veritia Thalassa, signing off on a new era of proof.
What the hex is you guys talking about?
Good morning, you guys. When Bob's.
I'm going up into the right.
Hello, everybody. Richard Hart here. I hope you've noticed at provex.com, there's a cool new project. It uses zero-knowledge proofs. It does stuff blockchains can't do. It does stuff off-chain and then puts it on-chain with a token, burns a token, and all this other cool stuff. It's being given away for free to those that have sacrificed. What are they sacrificing for? Go check it out.
What the heck?
Happy holidays, Hexicans. Hope you all are doing fantastic. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your candles be green. Remember that you can start your new year any day you want to. Keep it positive. Much love.
Why did you buy ETH at 3.7K brev? It would have been nicer to buy it at 1,400, wouldn't it have? When it dipped there. Wah! Yeah, no one knows with perfection where markets are going to go.
Har. Heart, mate. Heart.
Satoshi, please give me keys to early blocks, please. Thank you. In poorly written, uncapitalized English. Man, I shouldn't have printed so much of this. This sucks. Been a while since I read comments, and it sucks.
I'm not as smart as Bob.
When you live stream, you should use a clearly obvious AI version of yourself for the first 5 to 10 minutes just to mess with everyone and play into the theories and conspiracies. I extremely do not like being gaslit in that I do not exist. And the things I say, I don't say. It really bothers me. And if you are intent on telling me that I don't exist and that I'm actually AI, block yourself on my behalf. Because I really dislike it. I do exist, and I like the things that I say. Thank you.
Go fuck yourself.
Rebuild trust. Let's talk about rebuild trust. Go look at the charts that you guys made with your selling, okay?
It has some, I think it's Kyrgyz language. I took it back from Kyrgyzstan. He has a certificate. I got this from a very important person from Kyrgyzstan. Very recently, just completely by luck. So we take it out. It's pretty heavy. I'll put this down. You can see, like it says, Kyrgyzstan, 1,000 grams, fine gold, 99.9.9, and a serial number. Try it.
Yes. Yeah, it's heavy.
Is it real gold or no?
Well, I don't know. I mean, is this what you're trying to say? I mean,
So long story short, I think Pulsechain and Hex and PulseX are amazing. And I think all they need is some marketing. And I think having a cool new project that doesn't have much competition as layer ones or dexes can work well. Because if what you're trying to do isn't working, you have to rotate. If people were interested in what you had, they would have it already. You have to rotate your pitch. You have to try different things. So if you say this is to on-ramp new users to this thing, and then people check the chart and they don't like the chart, they're not going to like the new thing. If you say the new thing is to help all chains, amplify all chains, transcend chains, you end up with users that don't care to check other charts because it doesn't matter as much, because they're not, the reason the thing exists is on its own. Why does it burn when I pee, it says. You should go to the doctor, mate. But in the end, you do the best you can. You do what you know works, and then if it works, wonderful. And if it doesn't, you gave it your best. A lot of people say they've tried everything, and they haven't tried anything, you know? So I'm happy to see things happening. Like the charity in the United States is sitting on, I don't know, soon to be 1 million tablets that they're going to figure out how to distribute. As soon as they figure out a way that works better than the way they tried previously, you know, they sent 100K out to random people, it didn't work. Well, that's expensive. You'd rather do it a way that works. So you rotate, you try things differently. Yeah, you just keep trying.
What the heck?
What's up, Rubex?
What the hex? What the Peter? AWildSJ is on the show. Welcome.
Hello.
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 Thanks for
Wild SJ.
Man. I like it. How exciting.
How you guys is doing? It's 21 people watching live on YouTube right now. We get another 20 on the X, so people are slowly but surely. It's too much. Slowly but surely.
Get more views than Richard's last video.
Yeah, probably on the replay. Well, don't look it up on YouTube. The comments are crazy on YouTube. So
I only click out the comments.
I'm going to check.
Peter's gonna print them out and put them all out on the floor and roll naked over them and say, "I was right. You idiots are all such."
The comments are disabled.
No,
he shut it down. Yeah, but he better. Yeah, because that was a shit show.
Good.
But okay.
But not before DJ Cryptomatic can recite some of them to us verbatim.
No, I did my work. My work is done with the clipping of the intro. I think I posted the most funniest. Angry
Yes.
Hamster style.
I loved Angry Hamster.
Do you see he
growling
said
today.
the charts that you made by selling?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Peter
who
did.
has been saying this for years on this show?
Peter made.
Peter.
No, you. You have been selling, bitches.
You guys is.
Guys.
Before we go into everything AWildSJ, let's say hi to the chat real quick. We got
Hi to the chat.
DJ and Doggy
First chat, there we go.
first with the When Bobs. You asked, we delivered.
We delivered.
Hex 6476. Hello, Cell Pressure. Where's my music?
Hello, Cell
Here's-
Pressure. How are you today?
Is number 2 Money Talk Sheesh Hex on Air in the House Sandy Beach Blue Color Grunt surrounded by winners. Nice. Believe in yourself. Daniel checking in from
misspelled
Germany. Brewmaster Jerry. Wow. All-star. Thank you, sir. Avalon tuning in. Saving Susanna is here. Groovy. Catching you live. It's rare for me.
nice.
Let me go get a glass of wine. Yes, that's probably what you
yes.
need for this show. So AWildSJ, what's up with you? How have you been? How you've been quietly working in the back, and now you're coming back into the limelight a little bit more. I've seen you in
Never stopped working, I would say.
stream with
for,
Fast
4
Abdul
years.
last week.
Yeah.
What's going on?
That's accurate.
What's going on? How you doing? How you faring?
How you doing?
Yeah. How are the morning sunrises on Malibu Beach?
No, unfortunately, I actually was going to the beach every Sunday for a little while, and then life happened. And then what I'm doing now became
Life happened.
priority. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get my YouTube to stream this, but
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
working. So forget it.
You don't have to. We don't want anyone to watch this quality broadcast.
Oh, no, nobody's watching this.
Nobody watches.
Yeah.
This is not for watching. This is for playback, replay gang stuff.
Replay
So,
gang.
like,
You have to
branded
imagine
Kind of like
images.
it's like
it's
the
500
newspaper that you
viewers
put
now.
in the bird cage. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. You should
Yes,
just read it while
printed
you're
for
checking on your bird.
Exactly. You put
Nice.
you take the paper. You don't have to read it. You just slip it in
Shove
and
it in
take
there.
the other one out. Done. The bird will thank you. It's quality news program. As you can see, Peter couldn't care less from actually looking into a camera or
I
anything.
never
He's
look
actually
at
looking at
camera.
somebody else's stream right now.
He's
Yeah.
real intense.
Peter, you got every wish that
I'm
you
never,
ever
I'm
that you
never
ever
looking
had.
at it because my camera is here,
Yes.
And-
Yes.
and I have to look here to see you.
Well, don't look at me. Look at the camera.
Well,
No,
tell you
no.
what, you put the camera on top of your monitor usually. That's how it's been done.
This is the
Yeah,
this
it's
is
on top of my second monitor.
Oh.
Ye-
Well, then put it on the other one.
under communist rule.
this
You're not
is my
allowed to
better
have
side.
Oh,
synchronicity.
your
That's
chocolate
nice.
side. Yeah.
I get that.
So what was the
Nice.
question?
Why am I here?
Why am I here?
Yes. What's up? What's up? We love the up and to the right. Was it? Or at least we're going right. So that's awesome. That's a plus. We're going going right.
Going up
Right?
and
Look
to
at that.
the right.
To the right.
Fancy.
That's the black version.
Yeah. Fancy.
So, how you guys like the new lows?
I love them.
Love it.
That's a topic we try
That's
to avoid
intense.
today.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
right to the point. Rip that band. So the
Rip
Band-Aid.
the Band-Aid.
The Band-Aid. I didn't recognize that. Number one, it was all adhesive. Number two,
Ugh.
it started in my privates, went all the way up my back, down all the way through my face, and all the way back to my privates.
Ugh.
And then
It took the skin with the
it
the
went
hair.
all the way down to the organs.
yeah.
Took them out.
That's a great
That's
chart.
terrible. I had, I actually streamed yesterday or the day before that because I had to share a story. It was a couple days ago because I wasn't that sick. I had to share a story because I ran into someone, or someone ran into me basically at a Walmart. They saw my sweatshirt. It was a Pulsechain sweatshirt, and started asking me like, "Oh, you into Pulsechain? And do you know about this new coin?" And they're talking about ProveX. And
Nice.
so we start talking, and he's like, basically like, I'll cut to the chase of it. At the end, he was like seriously bullish about the prices. And this is someone who's not on X, who's not, not watching any of the FUD or, listening to any of the bullshit. He was legitimately stoked that these prices exist right now because he's able to buy more at this price.
To get in.
Pardon me. TLDR, I met this guy at Walmart. Continue.
He was happy. I was happy for him. I was like, man, me too.
No, that is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
We are ubiquitous.
I never would have thought.
Yes. We're everywhere. Hey, I'm on a mid Pacific island in the middle of nowhere. Population small. And the country doctor that I took my wife to in town was, examining her for a cough, and it was nothing. And then he says, "So, you get any exercise?" And I said, "Me? No way. I'm into crypto." And he's like, "Crypto? Which one?" And I said, "I'm a Hexican." He's like, "Me too, brother." So, and that opened up to the entire Aloha Hexican micro community that I found here, and I've networked, and we got like 10 people on this island. So
I love
if
that.
it's any indication, we're everywhere. We're everywhere.
Yeah. And that's
awesome.
The thing that I think is also bullish is just like there are more people offline than there are online. And I think we forget that.
Yeah, that's very true. Can I just interject something? Because I see Cairo here in the comments, because I think you're double streaming us on Discord Syndicate right
now.
Am I?
Did I do that?
I think you did that, but it's okay.
Oh,
it's
in SciVive they've got a cure for double streaming.
That's yeah. That's where the people are on the DS channel. But Cairo, I'm trying to get in touch with you. I send you DMs, no joy. So if you see this, if you listen to me, please come back to me on the X. That would be very cool. Thank you so much.
He is the unwinding of the carry trade oracle. His macro stuff is very gloom and doomish.
Super on point.
He's super on point, and he hasn't been wrong yet. So
DXY, all that,
Except that rendition of what was that song that he did? I gotta say, that was a little bit off. Friend of the show, Cairo. We don't criticize his.
The man can sing.
He can sing.
It was Painted Black, wasn't it, by the Rolling Stones?
Oh, yes,
big
of course.
But a big hit on our show.
I've somehow blacked it out, but it's okay.
Please get back to me on the X. All right, continue. Yeah. So Walmart, but that's amazing, though.
That was it. Just really cool and that's the experience that I've had often, having traveled, the States a couple of times and the world, doing the live in-person events, right? like you meet more people that are out there in the world. Like when I drove around the States in my bus, I would be in the most tiny little podunk town, and someone would without like question, every time someone came up to me and either knew who Richard was, knew what Pulsechain was, like they're always just like, "Oh, I know Pulsechain. Like, what's up with this bus?" So it's a much bigger and broader community than we see on the internet.
Top signal. Everyone knows you have to sell.
You know what? You've just given me newfound hope. I've been here. The three of us have been here for 8 years, right? You've been here for 4, you said, in the green room, 4.5 or whatever it is. We were here back when there was just Richard kind of considering an inkling of an idea about launching a token. And it wasn't Bitcoin Hex even yet. It was like, oh, I should probably try this out and look into these ideas I've got for
thought experiment.
Yeah, thought experiments. And I just now recognized in your voice, it all clicked, that there is something very positive to take from everything that's been going on right now. And that is, we've never seen these macro negative things in the market. We've never lived through these things in any crypto, including Bitcoin, has not been in this type of market yet, this big reset. And perhaps this is a giant, resurgence of new personalities that are going to make themselves apparent and will have the guts to come up from the lows to the highs. So, hey, I have hope, but I just got it just now and it was totally accidental. because of you, SJ. And so thank you. I was going to be all down about everything today, but it's so true. You know, it's so true. There are other unknown personalities, and I think some schmuck once said that the best streamers have yet to come into our community. The best personalities have yet to come. I don't know who that schmuck is, but that schmuck knew something for that one moment, said that, and I'll credit him as King Schmuck. But anyway, I think it's true now. Yeah,
it's the pirate guy who said that.
I think it's true. I think it's true.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think it's also super bullish that we've seen. I thought I'd followed everyone. You know, like I thought I was already following all the people in our community that are bullish or that are hexicans or that are into all this. And then I see more and more and more, like every day I'm seeing other people or new people or, you know, people replying to comments in a bullish way. And I'm just like, wow, like that's really cool to continue to see the community growing. Like I didn't know these people existed and I thought I was new, right? I thought I was new here. And now I'm just seeing more and more people, you know,
already
jumping on board.
Another wave, like with Tam putting in that work, and it's we're constantly growing. Oh,
right.
Your camera is flickering.
It's my my sinuses are all messed up right now, so
glow.
I had to do something real not cute.
You don't have to mute and bring your camera down every time you want to pass gas. We do it all the time here. Yeah, it's very unladylike, I know, but feel free, relax in this show, man. No one's watching.
No one's watching.
There you go. That was nice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so what's the news? I don't know if we can pivot to the of course the the tablets.
What? Those things?
Yeah.
So allegedly there are containers of these arriving at the LBC. There's so much drama in the LBC.
So much drama.
In port, and then I don't know. Is there anything? I know it's a difficult one for.
Don't make it vague.
Yeah, allegedly and legalese and charity and whatever. Is there anything you would like to tell us about or tell the community about that project? Of course, we are super interested here in the logistics of it all, like what actually happens, how do they arrive in port, and how they get to the sorting facility, how are they then getting to the mailers, and like I'm personally very curious about that, but I appreciate if you cannot talk about that at all. Like what can you
DJ has two problems. One, not dealing with hypotheticals very well, and two, not being anything but extremely German vague.
I sort myself out.
And he even lost his meaning. So let me translate into English.
Yes, probably.
So hypothetically, if you were to be viewing this endeavor of sending items out to people to promote something,
thought experiment.
What kind of workforce do you think would be behind this? We know nothing about it. Are there 10 people that work full time in your mind in this hypothetical, or are there like 50 people? Are they compensated? Are they just hardworking people out of their own goodness of their heart? What do they look like? Are they knuckle dragger weirdos, or are they intellectuals that follow Richard Hart? Paint the picture of what you would design as the now for this endeavor.
So one thing I can say for sure is that anyone who's come here to help, they are, I think, the most bullish people in our community. I've met so many really
allegedly
amazing human beings that just like, you know, it's like, so I'm from California, right? Like I didn't live here for the last like 16 years, or I moved back 2 years ago. Thought I had already like known or met all the Cali Hexicans, but when the RS Griffin account put the call out and then the Richard Hart account amplified that for volunteers, the fact that we're in the Marietta Valley area is actually great because people can come from San Diego and from LA, and it's about the same. It's like equidistant from there. So
it's equally difficult to reach there on the 405 that's stopped up and then you try to get to the 5, and then it still stopped up, and then you
Oh,
go
yeah.
inland a little bit, and
Don't
it
remind
stopped
me.
up. So it's
I
equally
get
painful as
to
what you
just
said.
stay here. So
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
plus.
As you know,
so-
I'm from LA as well, but continue, please. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, the traffic. That's a part of the reason why I'm here now full time, because I just didn't want to have to drive back and forth every single day. So there are a couple people here every single day. That run the foundation and take care of basically all the operations. There have been over 80 volunteers.
80.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Over the last 3 months, there have been over 80 people that have come and volunteered on our big days. So we've already had 4 containers delivered. So 4 containers have already come in, and on those container days, the container, hypothetically, it's fine. The container comes from the port, and in a, what are they called? I can't think of the name of that right now.
A truck?
Overseas
Like
container?
the box truck, right? Like the big, like, the ones you guys see on trains and stacked at the harbors and things like that, right?
Container.
Oh,
and
a shipping container.
Is it Bitfinesse
Shipping
with
container,
with his truck that
No, he does a
brings
tank
it from the
be
port?
awesome?
He's a tanker driver.
But he has a fleet of Peterbilt trucks, so I heard.
Peter didn't build anything. He's a schmuck. Look at him.
No.
True. Continue. So the container
so that
are being
is
brought from
the
LBC
port
to
our location.
Right.
And
Which is
to the
top
hypothetical
secret.
location, yes.
Top
The
secret in the
hypothetical
mountains.
location, right? And then those days are when we have the most volunteers. Like we usually have 25 to 30 people here that day. And that involves...
Unless there's an ice raid, right? And then you gotta like hide them. It goes down to 2.
That's
racist. I get it.
These are all,
hey, I'm from Southern California, man.
volunteers, all community members that, find out about this and are willing to come and spend their time out here.
A little bit late on that, DJ, but okay.
Sorry.
Continue, please. Yep.
And we provide meals, we do lunch, we have snacks, like there's, water, all sorts of
Water?
accoutrements. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll give you
and the
water
shackles
and
go on
chips.
at 8 a.m. and they come off at 8 p.m.
About, yeah. We'll take them off for like a half hour for your lunch break. Maybe.
Are they compensated in HEX tokens?
No compensation whatsoever for anyone involved.
No expectations of the work of anyone.
Correct.
What about lodging and food and...
So food is taken care of. Food is every time you're here, we feed you. We do meals interestingly enough, this is a great area for food. Because having to feed volunteers, we tried all these different restaurants and things like that, and just different little smaller. Everything is delicious. This is a great place for food. So
you almost slipped about the type of cuisine that they serve in this location, and I will say,
only pizza.
I'm what pizza?
No, it's Taco Bell.
Tacos, man. It's California.
We've done tacos, we've done pizza, we do burgers, we've done sushi, we do, it depends on how many people are here and how hard we've worked and what's going on. And the big bonus is there is a cigar lounge, which has become kind of our break room.
Oh,
right
God.
across the way. So that's kind of a fun thing. There's a
Can I
pool.
roll
There's
a blunt
it's nice because we
and
can just
join
go
you?
there and hang out after work. Probably not.
Oh.
You could. We can talk about that offline.
It's medicinal. Yes.
Green
Yeah.
talk.
I put the labels on upside down if I get really irie. Yeah. Speaking of the labels, can we discuss a couple of things that have really? I've got some questions. The new label.
The label you saw most recently is not the new label. There are
good,
even
good,
newer
good,
ones.
good.
And they've changed multiple times because we changed them based on where they were going and who they were going to.
May I suggest a slight? Please calm me down. I think DJ and I had a little bit of a stress moment because we read it. Obviously, we read everything that comes out. Read it, and we said, "Hold on a second. This infers that there were early adopters that staked, and somehow they lost." And we know that's not the intention. It's not the truth. So when you say that it's not the latest label, does the latest label give a sense of hope? For example,
It's totally different.
Good. So stakers are still winners effectively because they took their tokens off the open market.
I don't even think it mentions that at all.
Oh, okay, that's great. All right,
It's
great.
very different. And then on top of that, the way that we're pivoting, there's no labels involved. You can create your own label if you'd like to.
I will.
Yeah.
It'll say,
So-
greetings from SJ. This thing is yours. And it was packed and inspected by number 22, AWildSJ.
Exactly.
And it'll have your picture on it. It'd be
Perfect.
awesome. Or have you
Yeah.
seen this person? Missing, you know? And then we put you on it.
But
Yeah,
but
that'd be
let's
cool.
rewind. So again, the boxes arrive at the secret location,
Yep.
and then you need the people to help unload that because I guess the container has to go back to.
Yeah. And
to port.
luckily we've had such a good turnout on those days that we're able to
Yeah.
unload a huge
To do
40-foot container in like 2 hours.
And then stack them in
got so many
in a
people.
warehouse for the time being, and then you have this label printer that
Two of them.
Richard once posted, or two of them
Two.
that he posted a picture of, I believe. And then those printers need to be fed, and then
rolls
what?
of label paper. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, the label paper.
Okay, the sticky. Yeah.
How many can be prepared in a single day? So we can
Oh, many.
calculate how
So-
many more days for 1,000,000.
Well, but that's the thing. It's like it's totally different right now. Like everything is changing, and the way that they're about to be going
improving?
out, yeah, for sure. In my opinion, yes. It's gonna be a lot more targeted, right? Because that's what he mentioned in the video, right? Is they went
Yeah,
out.
what was
to
that?
just
What was that
everyone.
about? Yeah, because I don't think he meant to say that the whole campaign is rubbish. I think he meant we need a more efficient, or figure out a more
So he
efficient
like
way to
the-
mail them or something.
Right. So the original way they were going out was through U.S. Postal Service. And we were targeting zip codes,
Yeah.
kind of based on a hypothetical list. And many people in those like the majority of the people versus the targeted people in those zip codes outweighed, right? So for that to have been successful, like it should have been the other way around, really. Because most of the people not caring about it, just handing it to their kid. I went door to door in one of our cities and
Wow.
asked if they received them, what they thought about them, how they felt about them.
To check on it. Okay.
What was it?
Okay.
Wait. We're breaking away from hypothetical, but I'm titillated. I need to know. Give us a sample response. So I'm in Southern California. Here comes AWildSJ knocking on my door. How does the conversation go? And what
Going
does the
like, have
feedback
you
look
found
like?
Jesus?
I had it with me, right? So I had the packaging with me,
Okay.
and one
Yeah.
of the tablets out, and was like, "Hey, did you receive this? What did you think about it?" Most of them didn't read a dang thing and gave it to the kid. That was
Okay.
that was
That's
the
good.
biggest response.
But that's good. That's what we want.
That's
New
good 'cause it stays
buyers
in the house.
in 20 years.
So I'm stoked because of the magnet ones. I feel like had the original outputting been the magnet ones, we might have had better success in terms of people utilizing them, putting them on their fridges, things like that, right? So we might
have a little
we might try
feedback.
it again. That's the thing. There are so many different ways to do this, and there will soon be, if you guys kind of read into it or like looked at what happened when Richard gave some funding or some funds to Johnny Chaos because of a suggestion that he gave.
Yeah, Amazon.
That is in the works right now. So
Can I give you a
trying to-
feedback on the magnet thing?
What's that?
Can I give you a little bit of feedback on the magnet idea? I thought about it, and then I looked at my kitchen, and I'm not going to say that that I am well heeled by any sense of the word, but I'm average here on this island, and usually refrigerators, even the ones nowadays that you can get at Home Depot and Lowe's, have a stainless steel finish. Back in the day that we grew up, well, DJ and I grew up, they were more of a ferric, put your refrigerator, kids' homework and stuff. Nowadays, they're either integrated into the the fascia is integrated into the rest of the stuff in a modern kitchen,
That's
or
true.
they have a stainless steel non-magnetic compliant surface. Even dishwashers. I looked for anything in my entire kitchen that would take that. So maybe in an office you could get like some steel drawers and put it on, but I was finding I don't have anything magnetic compliant in my house. So maybe that's some feedback is Brokey's may still have a refrigerator from like 20 years ago, but I don't think I've seen one for a while.
I just bought a refrigerator for my mom, and it's magnetic.
Then your mom is the target market for sure. And she's like, SJ, come in the room. Let me feel your face. It's dim in here. What's going on? Yeah. And she'll make good use of it. What is this hex thing?
But going back to Rich's comment and the research that you did by going door to door. So what is the learning there, or what is the lesson learned, I guess, and how allegedly are you guys pivoting
yes,
and to a new method of
just more targeted, right? People that at least understand crypto and know what crypto is. Like so a lot of them now have gone out to conferences. There's about 1,000.
That was my idea.
Awesome.
Yes. BitBasel is happening right now in Miami, and we've got someone on the ground there giving them out. There was a fintech conference I went to in Vegas and handed them out there. So there's a lot. It's just, it's just a lot of it is like, yeah, we want to see results too. Like it'd be great if people were posting about it and, more things were happening on the internet. But again, not everything's on the internet. Like,
yeah,
SJ, and this again, to me, this is a long-term play. You know what I mean? Like you guys said, it was a good thing that the parents gave them to their kids because it's brand recognition. That thing's going to sit in their house. It's going to be around. They're going to see Pulsechain and Hex. And then eventually our hope, right, is that they're going to hear about it. And they're going to be like, oh, wait, isn't that on my kid's toy thing? Like, what is this really about?
Yeah. Yes. And by the way, two things. Number one, Johnny has shown up, friend of the show. And he says, and he says, can you bring it up, DJ?
Yes,
his comment?
Of course.
Okay. My stainless steel fridge is covered with magnets and pictures. Okay. So it's not stainless steel. It's going to be a ferric alloy instead of stainless steel. And you got robbed. You got a stainless steel-ish finish, which is silver. But it ain't stainless. The stainless doesn't take magnets.
It was horrendous. Well, it wasn't that bad. Oh, yeah? Well, there were parts of it I liked. Yeah, I liked a lot of it. Yeah, it was.
Yes. August and Strindberg, I think, are the names that they call us now.
So true.
But and also the other feedback is these shows. Okay, I've been to too many of these tech shows. Too many. It was my thing. I would do them like once every quarter for 20 something years. I would have to show up and work the room and bring in customers and make contacts all over the world. I mean, Japan, Middle East, Barcelona and Spain and Italy and all sorts of Portugal, everywhere. We had these fucking shows. And I will tell you this. At those shows, people will wait in line and drop their contacts and scan their badges and hope to get swag as good as that tablet.
Yeah.
So you are at the right place. If you're giving them out, you make some conversation, they will seem like they're like not interested in anything. But if you show that thing, they'll be like lining up. Oh, something that takes a battery. Damn, I want one of those collectibles.
Right.
It's like they will use them. That will be on their desk in a corporate type of position. They will sit there. Even these crypto bros will take them home and it'll be like on their desk. Like, I can't believe I have a Richard Hart logo on my desk. And then of course they see the chart when it starts to pick up and they'll be like, holy shit, I got to go to the website. Shut up, Peter.
Yeah.
You talk too much, Peter.
But why was the first attempt at sending like sort of not working? Because we had Kim Tran, who is now streaming with people.
I think it just wasn't as effective as we hoped.
You had these Reddit posts, you had some tweets, also some negative ones, but there was some viral stuff happening. So I would not say that this didn't work like 0 or something.
No, I
think it
agree.
was,
Yeah, I agree. I
you
just
know,
don't think it was as successful as it
like
could have
not
been.
big enough a response,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
But doesn't it need to be backed up by data to be effective? Right now, I think you can't gauge the effectiveness in it because it's in its dormancy phase. 7 times the year has to see its sakes. And it's only in a couple of months that you've been rip roaring, sending them out.
Mhm.
Then they get accepted. And as you found out from data collection, goes to the kids, sits around the living room, 7
Or went
times
in the
viewing.
trash in a couple instances.
Did they
Like,
say,
one or two
I
people
just
just
threw
threw
it
them away?
That's blasphemy.
Really?
Yeah.
They
We
tried-
also had people
They
send
tried
them back.
to connect it to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
it didn't work.
Could not connect,
Exactly.
so they threw it out.
Yeah.
What kind
You
of
should have
method
told
is
them
that?
they're selling for $500 on eBay. You
Yeah,
should have told them.
you should have said. You should have said that's a pity because we are holding an eBay auction
Yes.
thing to see how much people can collect, and a lot of people got $1,000. So, bye. Wait! Come back. Can I have another one?
Right. One person did ask me for another one, and one person in that community didn't get one. This was the best, was the first conversation I had. I walked up to a dude who was taking out his trash, and I was like, hey, these were supposed to come to your neighborhood. Did you happen to get one? And he's like, no, what is that? I don't think I received one. And I tell him a little bit about what it is, and I said the word DeFi in the middle of it, and he actually perked up, and I was like, did he just understand the words that came out of my mouth? And he's like, let me tell you something. I was at the first Bitcoin conference that there ever was. He said that his roommate in college was the CFO of FTX, the one that like disappeared early and they think was the whistleblower of it all. And he he was so very deep into crypto, had never heard of Richard Hart or any of the projects, and wanted a tablet.
Wow.
So again,
And he didn't get one. Why didn't he get one though? That's the question.
The other thing. I actually talked to the post. I ran into the postman while I was going around talking to people, and I was like, hey, because I wanted to know from him, like, you know, these things are kind of bulky. Like, is it a pain in the ass for you to like take these on your route or what? He was like, no. He's like, this is fine. I didn't ask him why people hadn't received them. Like, I just assumed either maybe someone else in the house.
You did notice the upgrade to his delivery truck, and it had like beautiful alloy wheels and a huge exhaust ports, and it did light speed. He's like, I don't know, they just did not get delivered. Yeah, but eBay has my name on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure, because there were a few cases where someone said they had not received one, where, you know, both neighbors on either side had. So I'm thinking it was either they just like, you know, junk mailed it, right? Didn't know what it was, didn't think it was anything important, and just threw it in the trash, or someone else in the household got it and, you know, didn't tell them. And
or like me from the 1970s when they gave those like soft cookie the packages were delivered in our entire neighborhood. My friends and I went and collected all of them in the entire neighborhood and feasted on those free sample of cookie boxes. So
nice.
Maybe that's it. Someone's like, hey, let me get another one of these things.
Yoink.
Yeah. But hey, that's good because they're of value. Someone gets
and so here's the thing too, like that's not doing things like that again is not out of the question. It's just doing it better and like figuring out really like the best way to do that. So I think that over the next month or two, you're going to see a lot more opportunity and a lot more like diversity in how they're going out and what we're doing.
Oh my God. There's some feedback. There's some echo. From Toby. Mute Toby for a second until he unfucks his show. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey, SJ, let's break from this for a second. This could be, I don't want to talk about any, I think we've done this to death. We understand that it's whatever. I want to bring up one topic that someone from our community that used to stream with us and has ducked out for a good many years brought up, and he may be watching right now, brought up such a good point. And I think this is something I want to ask you. He inspired me again. So today you've inspired me a great deal. Things are starting to click. And I love this feedback that we're a growing concern, right? But he said, you know what the problem is? And we do have problems, but the problem is that we used to, back in the first 2 years, when we were a voracious freaking piranha school of evangelists. We were part of something that we identified in with a hashtag of Team Win. Where is the attitude of team? You are living the Team Win, but a lot of us here have entered the camp of, come on, Richard. And he's part of Team Win, but he's not Team Win on his own. He's not an island. We are part of Team Win, and Richard is a member. What do you feel about this concept? Maybe coming in 4 years ago, you would have remembered the tail end of that concept of us as Hexicans. What do you think we have now? And do you think we can get back to that or rejuvenate that Team Win attitude?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sorry, let the lady answer.
Oh, wow. On the spot.
Hey,
Good Lord.
best this show's ever looked.
Jeez. So from my understanding, right, like it was easier to feel like you were part of a team because it was just Hex, right? And it was like everyone was rallying behind the one coin, and that's when I came into this community, right? This was I got in before Pulse and PulseXSAC and was seeing the euphoria of the Hexicans of Team Win. And that's what, that's part of what attracted me, and part of what I thought was so awesome was like, oh, here's this community. They're all winning together. They're all building things together. They're putting in money together. They're pulling together to do all these different kinds of things. And like, how awesome is that, right? So here's the thing that you might not like this answer because I'm different, right? I've never stopped feeling like I'm a part of that because everything that I've done ever since I've been here has been to be a part of the community and to continue seeing the community grow and to continue building up that positive winning spirit, right? So I have felt a lot of that in the entirety of this time, right? Like Pulsechain come and go, like all these coins have come and gone and are here to stay, right? Like the core coins, and to me, it's made things. I feel like there's two camps, right? Like there's people that are kind of like upset about like missing the nostalgia of Hex Team Win. And then there's like folks like myself who I'm glad to see it grow. And I'm grateful, honestly, that like there is Pulsechain and people have these opportunities to build things and do more and like talk about more things. So I don't know. I honestly think it's overall beneficial, and that this whole ecosystem, because in my opinion, from what I understand and what I've seen of Richard in the past, it's always been about more than just crypto. And this whole idea of him stacking, right? He's building the stack, right? Like I talk often about how, to me, crypto is just a stepping stone for him. Like I'm end goal Hexico. like nation state, like, having our own sovereignty in real life, that to me is the
post office box at least, right?
Exactly. And survival, right? Survivalism, like, the longevity piece of it. I think those are really the end game of this whole thing. So I've kind of always been of the mind that it's always been bigger than Hex for me. The community hasn't always involved and has always been more than just the crypto coin, right? Because Hexico's always been an idea. And, wanting to be sovereign and not being your own bank, those ideas, that's what brought me here. That's why I'm so bullish still, because I think that those things are on the roadmap, right?
But that has not changed. And also watching his video from 2 days ago, that's still the message, I think. But how do you personally deal with the haters, so to speak? How do you
block them?
Block that out of your system?
No, literally block them.
Literally block them, yeah.
Because of seeing, other accounts, and like I'll block people that comment on other accounts like negatively. If people are being, just dickwads on, Richard's comments or on the RS Griffin account, forget it. Like you're getting blocked all over the place. Like I don't want to see it. I think it's really just like it undermines the work that we're doing.
Yeah.
And I don't have time for that shit. I really don't. Like I mentally can't put any of time or energy into any of that because I'm busy working for our bags. Literally.
Yeah. That's the biggest point is that
For
it's a
theirs
selfless
too, yeah.
endeavor that you and the people around you
80
that
people,
go as
that's
unsung
wild.
heroes
Yeah.
are making all this effort, time, lifeblood, freaking resources, everything. You're putting everything into this, not just for you, but for the entire, for everybody's bags. And then these schmucks come out and they're not just ungrateful, but they're pedaling in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So it's kind of shocking to see. What do you you know what? I want to open this to everyone. Where do you think I've seen this mentality is just so confusing to me that people get all butthurt about their lives or the prices or the thing that they invested in. And sometimes they say, I just sold and you guys are all just like I called it. Your party to a scam. It's terrible. What do you think fuels somebody to put that into writing and press send? What the hell are they thinking when they want to FUD things, or are they trying to just capture a better entry point? I mean, what's the real game here? Are they just miserable human beings and they want to be heard how miserable they are, or are they working some angle? What do you think?
Yeah, misery loves company. You know?
So they want to aggregate with other miserable people, and they're looking for people to date that are miserable then, basically.
Yeah. I think that's
SJ,
part of it.
maybe you can help me with this because being a man of a certain age with two other gentlemen of a certain age on this lovely show that you've graced us with your presence for, and then Peter's a little younger, but he's as kvetchy as the rest of us and susceptible to the way things are out there in the interwebs. I equated this to Papa just the other night. Stop stepping on nails. It's like you're stepping on nails and wondering why it hurts. Because he will talk to me about these types of people that are doing the things that are just noise. They're distraction. And then I mean, not to like put him and DJ on the spot here, but I see DJ commenting on Fudster's posts. And it's like, dude, just don't engage. It's like, I get you're trying to turn it. I get you're trying to maybe try to engage in like
sometimes
in a more
I can't
positive
help
way
myself
or
with
spin
that.
it. And sometimes you can spin it. But, more often than not, I'm like, bros, it's like, no wonder you guys are wearing yourselves out. It's like, just stop engaging. And I just told Papa this week, it's like, I've been less engaged in socials lately, and I feel so much better, just like across the board, like in life, because the social media landscape is so different. And because we're a bigger target, right? When it was just Hex, and before the outrage marketing, and like when you came onto the scene with like your little cute dog ear hat thing at the Hex conference, I remember way back when, it's like it was a different ball game, right? It is a bigger playing field now. We're a bigger target, and people, it's an attention economy, right? So we saw that with Richard himself with the outrage stuff, and then you see all these little guys out there, and some big guys, Ivan on Tech, being negative. Why? Because it gets engagement. And then all you end up doing is you end up doom scrolling longer, wasting energy that you could be spending on something that's actually moving the ball forward, like you guys are doing out in California. And mad props to you and Roy and everybody out there for doing the Lord's work. I'm excited to see what the next steps of all that is. And I think that's what people got to get back to, because it's like my rants of old today, I'm not feeling capable of a proper Toby rant, is very much what you were saying, SJ,
but
about DeFi, about sovereignty, about taking control of one's own financial future, about the sci-fi philosophy. I always thought being a Hexican was more than just owning Hex, that there was a philosophy behind it, and it just seemed like over time, what got more attention, and this is so ironic because we're getting ready to do TA with Toby 1, because people like talking about the price. But to me, the price is like so secondary, because if we're really trying to change the money, change the world, if we're really trying to make a different path forward for the future for all of us, the price is just a blip on the radar. And I firmly believe, just like in my real life, I focused on things I had passion in, I focused on things I enjoyed doing, and the money came. And I think it's the same thing with crypto. If you are constantly staring at that pot, it will never boil. If you're constantly fixated on the prices, all you're going to do is be anxious, whether they're going up or down. It's like focus on what you can do in the community to educate, to calm people down, focus outside of socials, where you can educate people about, what's going on with crypto and DeFi. And there's people out there that are interested and hungry to learn. And socials is a really bad place, I think, for people to get a gauge of the temperature of the overall vibe.
But I just can't stand it when they put out blatant lies about Richard. That's like
that's the bait. Don't take the bait.
Sometimes
It
feel
is
the
that
need
I
to
agree.
just step in and say no, that's not
But
how
they're
it
not going to
was,
change their
or
minds. That's the
it's
hardest
different.
part.
Yeah.
Because
But I
it
think
tugs on my soul when shit like that happens too, right? Like
Yeah.
I've gone back and forth, right? There are moments where I'm just like sitting there stewing about it, trying to figure out how to word it perfectly so that this person understands what they've said is so terrible, you know. And there I am wasting my precious time and energy.
In a way,
you know, like
in a way, yeah.
you just but they're not gonna. How many times have you ever commented something and someone has been like, "Oh, you're right."
Yeah, no.
Oh my goodness, you're so
Zero.
right.
Well,
Exactly.
sometimes they stop responding, so I take that as a win. But yeah, it's never really like, oh yeah, of course, no.
Yeah.
But Cairo says this right here, and I invested in ICOs in 2017 that then either never brought out a coin or was a total scam or had just one pump, and I'm not in their chats complaining. I consider that was a wrong investment. I made a mistake. I thought this was good, but it turned out not to be. So that's like my fault. I'm not in their chats complaining. So why are these people, as he says here, cut your losses, sell, and move on? That's what I did in those situations. So it's very weird that these people, for 4 years now, are not doing that. They're still here, still continuing to FUD, which makes me believe that they're actually not true about it, because they're FUDding the price and secretly buying up more on the back because they're actually believing in this whole thing, but they want a good entry price. And I think that is maybe 90% of these people, that's their true intention, and that's disgusting.
You know what? When I feel that things are brimming with being disgusting, DJ, like you say, and people are trying to finagle a better position, I just remember how cute these cats are with these long coats of fur.
Yes.
Perhaps one that's a Siberian blue, and what it would look like if it came on screen and really cheered me up.
To calm things down.
It's such a wonderful thing. I'm so glad. I feel much better about everything. Price, my life.
Nice.
And if it were to touch its mother's face in a very cute way, that would just be.
So I don't know.
Oh, just be too
Scratch
much.
your eyes out. Like,
Oh
my God! I can't handle it.
That will be amazing if it's
Cuteness overload. Stop it.
There you go. Thank you very much.
All right. Speaking of furry things.
Wait,
furry.
yeah, back when I had hair.
Toby, our favorite furry.
Oh my.
Toby with the facial hair. So do we have some chart?
Toby
like
with the facial? What?
It's all-time lows, right?
Dude, there's a lady president. People like, I shared my stuff. You got it.
Oh, yeah,
I just wanted to make sure she was still following me.
That's not a chart.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've not commented inappropriately anywhere lately. So, all right, hopping on over. Let's start off with Bitcoin, Big Daddy Bitcoin.
Yes.
We have
Smash
the giant
like, guys. Smash the likes. Follow up.
Bullish.
We have the giant white ascending channel that we've had for years and years and years. Trust me, it goes all. I mean, this is the double top in 21. You can see here where it hits the top in 17. If you go way on back here into this little thin spot, it's back in 2012. So it's been going on for a very, 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 very long time. We had a little pop above after the election. Everyone's like, "Hey, Trump's pro crypto. It's going to the moon." And then we pulled back a bit. At the inauguration, we had another little push up, pulled back again. And then in October, we had another little push up. All of these were effectively, in hindsight, bull traps. So we fell back into the white channel and had a big correction down. As we talked about, I believe 2 weeks ago when I was on last, I was looking at the previous run-ups in 2017 in particular. And it's present in the 2020 chart, but pretty much every cycle prior to the big blast off, there's about a 40% pullback, anywhere from 32 to 40%, 37, somewhere in there. And just out of curiosity, like top to bottom on this move that we ultimately got, and boom, 36%. So Not unusual, not different this time necessarily, and we're already recovering. This is on a weekly, so you can see here from where we were looking at it a few weeks back. I said to look for support around 88,000. And we did find some support and hesitation there. We wicked lower. I said, if things got really, really ugly, then, you could expect to pull back all the way down to around the 70, where was it? This mark right here, around the $75,000 level. Didn't quite go down quite that far. Wicked down to around 78 and then popped back up. And now we've got nice 3 candle closes all within the blue ascending channel, which is kind of leading us. Because, anytime like things shift, you start looking for other patterns to make sense of things, right? In case SJ is not familiar and others that may be watching for the first time who came along to see SJ's lovely face and hear about the tablets and whatnot, I don't do TA to encourage people to trade by any means. I try to make sense of it for people so they don't panic and they don't get over exuberant, because it's like FOMO is great. Like if you're FOMOing into my bags, but it's like, I don't want you guys to FOMO. I want you to buy responsibly. So like DCA responsibly, look for dips to buy, find support, don't panic sell. You'll see where some supports are. When you see over
panic is here.
Well, yeah, wait. We're going to see those charts in a minute.
The panic is here.
So when you see where the supports are, then you can, instead of just thinking, oh my God, it's going to zero, and then it bounces off of the supports that, people like me and St. Wolf and other TA guys out there are telling you, then you're like, oh, wait a minute. It's not in free fall. It's trying to find some other base and work its way back up. So we'll see that along the others. But you can see here when we rolled over and started to come down, I'm like, okay, well, let's try to make some sense of this. I found this blue ascending channel within the broader white channel, and it goes all the way back to the bottom of October 23. That's the bottom of the white channel. So this is a very valid channel within the white channel. We bounced off of it substantially. I drew this in here before the bounce. So, it was all in faith that this bottom line would hold, and it has 3 weeks in a row. So I think things are looking bullish for Bitcoin. So goes Bitcoin, so goes everything else. Not to go on too long about Bitcoin, but I just want to kind of set the stage. Let's move on over to Ethereum.
Yes.
Ethereum is the other big one that everyone likes to pay attention to. Oh, come on, Ethereum.
That chart's awesome.
It's great. I know, right?
It's great.
That's how I sleep at night. All right, so Ethereum, I also have a large orange channel for this one that started off way back in here in January of 21 before its run up and its double top, topped in April and again in November, much like Bitcoin did, had the pullback down to the lows of $880 in June of 2020. And then we chopped sideways, came up here, tried to break the top of this orange channel multiple times through 24, had a big pullback down to 1400. And then we started chopping our way forward. This one was actually more bullish than Bitcoin because we got above its channel and stayed there. We didn't have multiple times where it fell back in. We stayed above it for, from August 04, let's see, the 4th of August till November 3rd. So, for 2 months, 2 solid months, we were above that orange channel, but we just couldn't maintain. And then, of course, when Bitcoin had its big drawdown, we did the same. And much like Bitcoin's recovering now, we're doing the same with Ethereum. So we got 3 nice weekly candle closes, all of those back within this nice ascending white channel. Again, I was trying to make sense of it once we rolled over. It's like, is there another pattern that makes sense? I found this other previous low. Right now, you can see quite distinctly, we've got higher lows, higher low, higher low. These are all very good things. So with the corrections that have occurred and the stabilization, I would expect this to continue on and upward. The next target on this, as I've been saying for weeks, we got to get and sustain above 3,800. We do that with Ethereum, things are going to look really groovy, and then we can finally start looking at that full measured move, which is the height of the channel. The full measured move of that orange channel gets us up to around $14,000 Ethereum.
Nice. But the
Now,
Fusaka upgrade, right?
Fusaka.
That might just be the ignition for that.
Maybe, we'll see. I think it's really, Reinvent Crypto, Ideal, Cairo, whatever. I've always messed his name up. He's in the chat. Really, really appreciate his content that he's been putting out there.
Yes.
Does a great job with that. And then the spaces as well. He's nailing it. It's liquidity markets. It is the macro that is much more an influence over the 4-year cycle than what everyone thought of as the 4-year
And the
cycle.
carry
So I
trade.
encourage you
Don't
to-
forget my Japanese people.
Yep. Yeah. So it'd be great to have him on. We should think about having him on here sometime soon. So anyhow, so that's what's going on with Ethereum. Right now I think we're recovering. If there was a downside move, I'd look for support back around 1800. If this just rolls over and we broke out of this white ascending channel, I'd say, we should definitely have support there, but there is a stop along the way around 2600. So look out for a bear trap down to 2600. I think I think the correction's over, and I think we're going to start marching our way back up, and things are looking bullish. Moving over to HEX, the baby boy, the firstborn of the family. This is another one I was trying to find something to hang on to, because it felt like the floor fell out. Like we had this nice channel, it was kind of going up and to the right, and you can see here, like we had higher low, higher low, higher low, and then we had this big correction down. It's like, oh shit. So now, looking for to make some sort of sense of the candles, I found this more or less horizontal yellow parallel channel. And it is holding right here at a previous low of 3096. So we're actually up off of it a little bit. The previous low was 3084. Not great. Don't love to see HEX below a tenth of a penny, but it is what it is. We're still within this large descending white parallel channel that we've been in all the way since all-time highs up here at 52 cents in September of 2021. So, and if you zoom out a little bit and look at it, we're just kind of marching our way across this channel. Yes, we're right there, man. We're so close to getting above the top of that white channel.
Then the sex
just in the beginning of October. And then, obviously some things have occurred. And, and we'll see if this is the priming of the pump, if you will, prior to ProveX maybe being the catalyst that we're hoping for all RH assets.
Toby, one thing about HEX before you continue. Do you think that this is just off topic and yet on topic? This Fusaka upgrade, I just did an unstake yesterday, and it cost me 5 cents for a 3-year stake to unstake.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I'd be curious when longer stakes come out, because the S load function is still a thing. And, that was actually one of the things Vitalik was bragging about as far as being a good thing just recently.
Yeah,
It's like,
keeping the S load function high. Yeah. But still only under 5 cents for
But that was only a 3-year stake. I'd be curious if you had anything that was like a 5-6-year stake coming out, like what those numbers would look like and what the traffic's like at the time. Because I know personally, and one of the things that kind of incentivized Richard to make a new chain was, and it wasn't just me, but everybody. I had 3 stakes back to back to back because I was an idiot. I threw them all out there. They literally ended a day apart.
What do you mean was?
Pardon?
I said, what do you mean was an idiot?
Who, me? Oh, thanks. Always a jab.
Anyhow,
so I'm so over it. So
Shout
keep it going.
Only for you, SJ. I was actually done with the show, but for you, I came back today. So for all of them, this is my last one. I am so done.
Brave soul.
I know. Well, it's for you're the only reason I came back. So $1,500 to end a stake, and not only once. I had 3 in a row. So 3 days in a row, I had stakes that were coming out, and it was $1,500 in Ethereum to end each one. Now, granted, at the time, those stakes were worth tons of money, so I wasn't that rattled by it, but that was a pretty good indication of like things are going in the wrong direction for HEX and staking on Ethereum. Fusaka may have addressed that to a degree, but I really don't know because I know the S load function is still a factor. I think as far as the viability of HEX stakes going forward, it's absolutely a benefit, right? It's like it's less expensive than it was. And actually, you could tip your hat to Richard Hart. Maybe he's taken some pressure off the Ethereum system by providing cheaper, faster transactions on a parallel system over on Pulsechain. If you watch the movie that me and Roy and the other guys put together, there's a nice little scene of a highway. And if you open up some more lanes, all of a sudden the traffic moves a little better. So, maybe Vitalik owes Richard a thank you. So anyhow, with all that being said, looks like we're marching sideways here with the HEX charts. We don't really have anything here. Obviously, our all-time low was 4052 something, I think, way back in like May of 2020, I believe. TradingView only goes back to May 18th. So it looks like so we don't have, or maybe it was March of 2020. I can't remember when the all-time low was, but whatever the case, it does not show the full chart. So we don't see the all-time low. So I've actually got it painted in here because I just know it. And it was 4 zeros and a 5, 2. So way down here, this red line is the all-time low for HEX. Now, as you're going to see as we go through the other charts, and I swear I'll do it a little quicker because I'm just a little sloppy brained today. we are considerably off the lows for EHEX at the very least. So this is our shining star of like how we can still be off the lows. We are considerably higher than our all-time low. And we're also finding support here at the midline of this giant white channel that we've been in for years. I would hope that with the broader markets improving, we find some stability here and we start to curl our way back up to the top of that white line. And then maybe we can start working on our measured move for EHEX, which would put us around 5-cent EHEX. That's my goal. All right. Moving along to PHEX.
Can I just give a shout out to Creed of Crypto real quick? You guys subscribe to their channel, Crypto Ewok. They're streaming every Wednesday night, so please support our brothers over there. Another weekly show. They're coming on every week for years.
So I think we can finally put to bed the idea that this was a bull flag. This is kind of a little bit of an inside joke here because we had this ridiculous green flag that was like longer than the post. So, week after week, it got to be a longer joke, just like the flag itself, which is like, that's not how bull flags work. The flag can't be longer than the post, or like maybe, hopium hanging on. But it broke down and we actually got the full measured move of the channel, the green channel, the height of that channel, when we hit down around 0037. And then we had continuation. So what's interesting about keeping other patterns on the chart just in play, this could be effectively a giant bull trap, right? Because if we bounce here, if we continue down and we get down to 0021, 0022 and bounce, then I would say that this is still a valid channel to keep in mind. And this line, this top line of the white channel is something to keep in mind for some support, because right now we're at all-time lows on PHEX.
New all-time
we did
lows,
it.
Right?
New all-time lows. So not great. You can see here the first all-time low was so anyhow, the previous all-time low was 0029. We're currently sitting at 0027, so just a little whisper below that. So then people ask, like, well, wait a minute, then when's the bottom, right? It's kind of like when the fun one is blue sky breakout. When you're above any previous tops, then it's called a blue sky breakout because you don't know where the next resistances are. And you can do things like Fibonacci retracements and Fibonacci extensions and get an idea of kind of where some other levels of support and resistance will come into play. You could do the same to the downside.
And we call that a blackout breakdown.
Yeah, right. No doubt. A blackout drunk breakdown, which is, hey, cheers. Started drinking again, Mom.
You heard it first on this show. It's called a blackout breakdown. That's it. We coined the phrase.
So we'll see. But I'm just saying, look for support. Like if we continue down, which I don't think so, because it's like, remember, we already looked at Bitcoin. We already looked at Ethereum. We already looked at even EHEX finding some support in an area. So I would imagine we start to cool off here. Now, there could be another big push down. If there is, I'd look, like I said, 0022. If we go beyond that, come see us next week, and I'll cry you a lullaby.
It's very,
all right, so moving over to Pulse. This is another one, not the greatest, but hey, it's where we're at. And as far as charts go, this is the big orange channel we've been in since the very beginning of Pulsechain when it launched. Our all-time low previously had been back here. We wicked down to 401593, and that was back in March of 2025. Had a nice sine wave on our way up, things looking good, and hey, let's do another sacrifice. But whatever the case, it was not well received by the broader community. And as Crypto Sol, who I also love on socials, I think he adds a lot of value, pointed out that there was about possibly $5 million worth of sell pressure on RH assets.
Yeah, he just posted that a day ago, right?
Yeah. So that's considerable. Like when you're considering how low the liquidity is, that's going to impact the chart significantly, and that's pretty much what we had. So,
but if you want to be a validator on Pulsechain, you can buy one for $550 right now. It's cheap as chips. So if you want to get into validating, now is the time to set up your thing, and you have a forever money printer Pulsechain validator reward 10% APR thing in your living room.
But DJ, keep in mind that there's an ROI calculation against the hardware and the energy cost. All of that, you kind of have to go more than $500. One validator nowadays, will not cut it. So you need to have a slew of them.
Yeah,
But
multiple.
I
but,
invite anybody to do that because it's
but
easy.
it
and
was
fun.
2,500 a few weeks ago. So, you know, that's...
Yay!
hey.
Get a dozen of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? They're cheap.
Yes.
Continue.
So anyhow, we had this nice yellow parallel channel kind of working our way up with this nice sine wave, across the orange channel, trying to get us to the top of it, and then its breakout. And then, we had this giant correction down. I think this is temporary. I think that, that we're going to see some interesting things with ProveX. Would love to, hear more of what people have to say another time, not today, of course. But, again, you start looking for other patterns within your patterns when you're trying to make sense of stuff. And because we wicked down so hard and actually just north of the previous all-time low at 00016-ish, I started looking for more patterns. And what do I love more than anything? Parallel channels. I'm crazy about them. I don't know what it is about me and parallel channels, but I can't get enough of these damn things. And I used to be a triangle guy. I'm not that anymore. So, but there's triangles within parallel channels, but we can talk about that too. So,
plans within plans.
So right here we've got, I'm like looking for hope, right? Like, hey, what can I make some sense of this thing? And I was like on a 4 hour or something. I started looking. I'm like, oh, we got a little bit of a channel up and to the right here. We got a higher low, and then we started to roll over, and then we found some support at the bottom of the channel. So I'm like, well, maybe it holds. We can curl back up and get up here to the 21 EMA. No such luck, fell down. But interestingly enough, it was the measured move of the height of this white channel, and we stopped right there, bounced, and this is on a daily. And we've got a nice green recovery candle off of the new all-time low, which is quadruple 015.
We did it.
But be aware. And this could be, I mentioned this the other day. I was watching a little bit of Fast Abdul and St. Wolf. And I mentioned in their comments that I had seen this orange or this yellow channel for a long time. The height of the channel is what things move. The full measured move after we broke down takes us down to, sadly, 4013, right? So that's the bottom of the channel. I didn't imagine we would get all the way there so quickly, but we're pretty darn close. So there's still a possibility that we wick down to the bottom of this channel around quadruple 013. Or, as I said in his chat, it could get front run. Right now, it looks like it's getting front run. So does that mean people are like, hey, I'm not going to wait and try to buy the dippity dippest of the bottom, and they're already in? Or does this roll over and is this a little suckers rally, and we go down here and we actually make a new all-time low that has some support on this previous channel, right? Because that's what you're kind of looking for. See,
we break that line. What's the measured move of that downward?
That's the blackout drunk free fall.
The blackout breakdown.
We're not doing that.
Blackout. Yeah. So, but it's like, but you can see here. It's like I'm trying to make sense of for people. Papa, come on. So we hit it here back in August of 23. We hit it here twice in August of 23 again. You come here, we actually wicked below it a bit in April of 25. So there is a possibility. And then that right there could be considered a bear trap, right? Because we wicked off of it and then bam, I mean, we had a huge move up after that. Like after we did that wick low, like just over the next, 50 days, we did, a 1.5x, 1.7x. So, not a bad rally. So it could be a similar thing. So just because it wicks below, it's just like when you're going up, you're looking for confirmation. So when you break a pattern to the upside, you usually want to see it come back down and test that pattern and then go before you're like all in, right? Or not necessarily all in, but before you're buying, right? Before you buy a breakout on the way up. Similarly, on the downside, if you see it wick below, typically what will happen is it'll be a little suckers rally. It'll try to come back up. It'll touch the bottom of the line and then continue to roll over and fall down. So if you see it trying to get back, if it wicks below and cannot get back in, Katie bar the door, then you're blackout drunk, free fall, right? And then we got to figure it out with like fib retracement and fib extension stuff to kind of get some idea of where it could stop. I think all of this bleeding is going to taper off. Fast Abdul mentioned it in the stream yesterday that I really mentioned for the third time. I thought was really well done. About how it'll be interesting if the price charts of the RH assets kind of mimic the drop off in the rate of the ProveX SAC, because now it's less incentive to come over there. Yep. Most of the people that have dumped to get in have done it. Buck's rate has gone up to 98% or whatever he's taken of the total.
33, but yeah.
33%. So it's less advantageous of people to get in now than it would have been. Some people are still going to do it. Some people are going to be like, oh my God, maybe this is my chance. Maybe that's the 10,000X and all the rest of the shit's dead. And, maybe there will be some more capitulation to race over and try to catch the new shiny thing. Hint, hint, hint. All the shiny things that Richard makes are tied together. And I just don't see any of them failing. And one being the star. I think they're all going to do quite well long term. So just keep your eyes on the prize. Focus on educating and calming the herd. Block the retards. Pardon the R word with the hard R. Moving over to Pulsechain.
How do you do it with a soft R?
So vocal fry R or
I don't know. Yeah,
is it retards?
Retard. Okay, so that's my vocal fry. We're just
I love
not
that
enough sleep
Wild-
and too much nicotine gum.
I
All
love
right, so
that
this is
AWildSJ
Pulsechain. Pulsechain is a
doesn't vocal fry on her readings.
Yes.
Of the
No, she's great, dude.
cyber
Oh, hey, I
aspect.
want
Yeah,
to.
thank you. Not only
Thank
does she not
you
vocal
so much
fry,
for
she
not
also
doing that.
doesn't. You also don't up talk.
Yes.
There's no. Okay, I'm going to tell you
Whatever,
about
Papa.
this and whatever. Fuck those people.
Yeah.
I took a
Yeah,
class.
she's. Did you
You
really?
did? you
So if you
trained
go
yourself
back,
with elocution?
I read it twice. There's 2 whole sci-fi narrations. The original
Yes.
one probably not as great, lots of background noise, and there's probably a lot more vocal popping and static and things. But in between that and the second edition, I took a vocal training class and like an audiobook
Wow.
narration class basically. And so the second version is edited, like for ACX. It's actually edited so that it can go on Audible. But like,
Nice.
that's not in my
But-
hands. So
But your
Right.
natural speaking, maybe because are you originally from LA or Southern California?
outside LA.
All right. So I'm from LA too. I recognize that voice. I haven't heard anyone in LA within the last, maybe in the last 18 years, people that are like 18 and younger, a lot of vocal fry and up talking like you can't believe. And it's
Interesting.
spreading. It spreads across every freaking buddy, except for the older folks that say, okay, not everything you say, not every freaking half a sentence is a question. So just talk to me with, no upwards timber at the very end of your damn voice. Please, you're killing me here, right?
Strange.
Yep. So you know what I mean. You know how irritating it is being a Southern Californian, listening to these people like fucking up your language, right? Thank you. That
hear
public
it.
service announcement. Don't vocal fry anymore, ladies and gentlemen, and don't have an upward intonation at the end of every comma.
And get off his lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Ink, the clownfish of the family.
Huh? What? Wait. Who? What? I'm sorry. I was showing you Pulsechain. Pulsechain actually has been, for the longest time, really one of the strongest charts out of all of them.
Still is.
If you noticed on Pulse that we looked at before, it came all the way down and is actually nearing the bottom of its channel, right? We've never really sustained any major damage below the midline of the Pulsechain channel. So I think
why is that?
I mean,
Because of the buy and burn.
I think the buy and burn, I think it just has a stronger narrative. The gas tokens kind of like womp womp. Like nobody's that excited about gas tokens. Richard's kind of learning, like especially with the Fusaka update and what have you, that was perfectly timed with Papa must have the button because he literally moved as though that was coming from his body when you made that sound. So
do you think it wasn't? It was SJ. I blame it on her.
Nasty work.
Dude, you guys are embarrassing.
Damn.
All right, so but anyhow, it's like I think the buy and burn's a more sexy narrative. Ethereum, hey, it's like telling people everything's going to get cheaper. Isn't necessarily good for price appreciation if you think about it. And Richard called him out on that. Like, hey, now people need less Ethereum to operate on your deal. So the theory being, much like Richard's own theory, you have mass adoption. So more people being on Ethereum is going to take care of the gas being cheaper, right? Theoretically. And if more people are going to Ethereum, then more people theoretically should find us eventually as well. So I think it's all good, but I could feel the frustration in him. Like, dude, you're doing something that makes gas less attractive as an investment. What are you doing? And it's kind of like that with Pulsechain too, right? It's like the Pulse fees are stupid cheap. You don't need a lot of it. Why would anyone hold a lot of it unless you're validating, right? So that's why that chart has performed poorly compared to things like Pulsechain and Ink. So anywho, we're right there at that midline again, right? We wicked off the midline really hard back here in March of 25, made a rally, almost got to the top of the channel, fell back a bit, made a run at the top of the channel, and then we had the big fall offs in September. We're right here at that midline again, much like I was just doing over on the Pulse chart. I was just trying to make some sense, trying to find something that kind of like gave me some hopium as far as like, is there some new structure forming? And there was indeed on the daily for, the last week or two. It was like, oh, okay, we're kind of marching our way back up there. Got some resistance here, got some support, and then wham, broke down. The full measured move of that breakdown we didn't quite make. And then we have, I think this is called a falling star doji. Like, again, my apologies, I'm a little mush brain today. That's typically pretty bearish. Yeah. But we have a nice green candle following it up, an engulfing green candle behind it on the daily. Have a number of hours to go yet on the daily. We'll see where this finishes out. Initial target, if you will, to the upside. We would really love to see it get above, we being me and the voices in my head, above the 40124 mark. That would get us back in this little white channel, and it would be precariously close to the 4013 mark, which is the 21 EMA. So this is on the daily. On the 3-day and the weekly, very similar. We got a lot farther to go to get back to that 21 EMA on the weekly, as would be expected. But you can see here again and again, wicks off this dash blue line. This is the midline of that big orange channel. Big rejection candles, 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row. Very similar to the very first chart we looked at, which is Bitcoin and then even Ethereum. 3 weeks in a row of like positive movement. Those candles are all green. We got 1 out of 3. So take what you can get. We got a lot of externalities going on against us right now. Positive movement. Positive movement. Yes. Positive
Up
movement.
and to the right from here.
Indeed. And then moving over to Ink, the baby boy of the family. We're still in this weird, like, whatever this is, let's coal shoot to hell that came out of our nice yellow, our nice little yellow parallel channel. It's like, again, this is weeks and weeks and weeks. It goes back to August. We're just trying to make sense of when we fell out of this channel. Like, okay, what's it doing? Where's it going? And they're, it's following this channel down, and it is just at the bottom of it again. And for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, it has respected the bottom of this channel. So right now we're at 61 cents. All-time low on this is 43 cents. That is along the channel, a few weeks away. Like, if December doesn't see a nice big turnaround for us, we could keep marching down there and find a new all-time low on Ink. I don't think that's going to be the case because I just showed PulseX. The thickest pairing is Ink and PulseX, so I think it's kind of holding Ink up a bit. Richard didn't even mention Ink in the most recent video, so I think that's part of the weakness that we're seeing in the Ink chart. People don't really see a need for it.
The incentives have been ratcheted up as well, right?
Yeah, there's not a use case for it yet. If there was some hints about it being a DAO or hints for other use cases of it later, then a permadump token, then, you could see this chart turn around very vigorously. And, just like all of them, nothing's going to be worth bragging about if they don't all get significantly higher highs. And I would have to scroll for a while, but just trust me, way up here, way.
My nose.
This was the all-time high. $82 was the all-time high. Right? So we are, what is it, 160x away from here? And 160x, think of that's not crazy in crypto, right? We did a 10,000x with HEX. So I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility. Oh, God, I'm worn out. I've got carpal tunnel on that one.
So Toby, the question on everybody's lips. My $2,000 stimmy check that's coming. Once my kids have crusts of bread and a warm sheet over their bodies to keep them warm in the winter, which one of these assets is the best bang for my buck? Where should I throw my $2,000?
Personally, I mean, what I have done and what I have told people for ages, ever since Pulsechain came out, is I would do equal distributions across all 5, including EHEX. So if you got $1,000, I do $200 in all 5: Pulse, PulseX, Ink, HEX, EHEX. And, and then it's basically a Richard Hart mutual fund that way. It seems like EHEX at various times has been kind of a counterplay, like kind of people that are contrary to Richard Hart. It's almost like, I hate you, so I'm not going to buy your Pulsechain stuff, so I'm going to go buy your Ethereum version. It's like, okay. It's like, I'm fine with that. It's like, if you buy any Richard Hart coins, I'm like happy. But it seemed like it was a little bit of a contrarian play for a while. So it'd be funny to see if we see that narrative play out again, if Pulsechain doesn't respond as quickly and maybe EHEX leads the charge. But all of those things, Richard's not an asterisk guy. That's not my take on him. He's not a guy that's going to say, well, combined, HEX got a new all-time high. He's going to want like full glory. So that's where I'm still hanging on to the idea and the hope and the belief, as Sami would put it, that we get new all-time high on EHEX. So that means we break 52 cents on EHEX alone. If we're still at a 3 to 5x on PHEX EHEX ratio, that puts you at $1.50 to $2.50 on PHEX. All these things are well within the realm of possibility, and they're not thousands of X away. You know, I mean, they're tens or hundreds of X away, and not even multiple hundreds. It's like a couple hundred X, right? And we're there. So it's like, that's not bonkers. That's a sneeze in low liquidity markets and in crypto. So people don't understand. We were around like when it just started going, you know, like vertical hockey stick. It's heady time. So have a plan, you know, DC in, DCA out, you know, round tripping's not fun. Trust me. And yeah, have a plan and stick to it, and just don't get shook out by the hyperbolic, you know, fudsters out there that are just dying to suck some of your attention. It's like,
even in our chat, we have a couple of those. So
always,
case in point, don't pay him no mind. SJ, are we going to make it?
Yeah. With bells on, bitches.
Bells on, bitch.
Yes. I like it.
Peter,
100%.
Peter, we have 200 people watching live right now. What did you think of the latest Richard Hart video? Talk to the people.
It was interesting,
to say the least.
and you guys need to stop selling. You,
not me, bro.
You people.
All the people
watching. You.
He did a proper angry hamster in that one. I loved it. I loved it. It's the chart you made, he said.
Yes, and he hopes the cycle is over.
No, he didn't say that.
He said that the 4-year cycle is effectively, I think.
No,
he said
I interpreted that as the 4-year cycle is broken. This time is different.
Yes, it's extended, expansion.
That's right. Because of the macros, man. You can't deny that. Come on, retail.
Let's get it.
$2,000 stimmy checks incoming.
AWildSJ, any last words to the people? We run out of time here. What is any message regarding, you know, the Murrieta operation? Anything else left to share? And you still need support, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're gonna be in Cali, you want to come out here, you know, we would like to have some help. It's gonna be basically, before we had the thought that it was gonna be kind of a constant thing. And it looks like at this point in time, it's going to be more of like, kind of like 3 days on with needing a lot of help, 3 or 4 days on, and then a few days off, and then kind of like over and over in that manner. So if you want to come out and do a little Cali vacation and come help for a little bit,
yes, there is
free food.
There is cactus,
yeah, free food.
Everything.
Bring food.
Yeah, bring food.
Yeah.
and bring your own bed.
Yes. Oh yeah, the lodging. We never answered that. So food is
It's
provided, but because I'm thinking we have some people in the community that I know that are going through a bit of a rough patch to the extent that they're even sleeping in their car. Like, wouldn't that be something to get? You know, but you don't pay them though, so it's probably not helping them. But at
no
least
pay, but lodging is a possibility.
Lodging would be possible, okay, and food, that's at least something, you know, while they figure out how they continue with their lives, and then at the same time they can put in some work in return to get these
but again, it
going,
would be like a three night stay somewhere, right? Like, we're not housing people for months at a time
for like 4 weeks, so it's not like that. Okay, so it's always on.
It's a weekend getaway. It's a summer camp.
It's a weekender.
Or day
exactly.
Yeah,
it's a Hexagon summer camp.
Yeah, then I guess it wouldn't help those people. But yeah, okay, cool. No, but that's awesome. So yeah, we cannot thank you enough for alleged work that you may or may not be putting into in parentheses to work on that campaign. That's pretty awesome. And also the 80 unknown soldiers, you know, that are
lots of people
have volunteered.
Keep it up.
You know,
900,000 to go.
I don't know if it's just like I smell bad because you know, like I'm hippie or whatever, but like
we can tell.
We had some people that seemed like they were going to be here all the time and they were really dedicated, and like people have just kind of fallen off. It's a volunteer thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
So we still
Is it
we need
because
new
you
blood.
smell bad?
But also the other thing is that it's just a US operation for now, right? So we're still waiting for that European charity. I think Hex Scout, the Hex Scout guys were trying to get that to work. I heard of someone in the UK. Do you know anything about that? Is there any progress?
I don't, because I'm so focused on what we're doing here.
Yeah,
like
because they would need to reach out to
other-
you for advice, I guess, on how to get it going.
They can do
They
that.
can.
There are 3 charities in the U.S. that are in one way or another kind of helping with this.
Okay.
And then anyone outside of the U.S. like that filter for mail t.me/filter. I think it's the number 4 mail. I'm pretty sure. That's a good place to start, like to look into it, you know. But if you already have a charity, or if you're, you know, interested in it, or if there's something that you're doing that like can pivot into blockchain, like it's a thing. It's needed this one time at Hex Camp.
Yeah, Cabana, great.
That's funny. That's very funny.
Great comment.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing
you,
is like I
Cabana.
know that we have donors, we have anonymous donors looking for other charities in other parts of the world already. So like, let's go, you know? Like,
Ramp it up.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
So what's the
Well,
best
SJ,
way?
I hope you can stick around in the green room a bit. It's hard to get a word in edgewise with these guys, and I'd love to ask you a couple of questions. I was going to come out in October, and I wasn't able to make it due to some family stuff. So I'm looking again at my calendar. Maybe after January 1st, I might be able to come out and help you guys for a little while.
We'll be here. We'll be here.
You'll be here. So what's again the best way to get in touch? Can you say that Telegram one more time and your socials?
Let me
basically?
double check it real quick. Let me make sure
Yes.
that this is the right thing. You can DM me on any platform. I have the same username on everything.
So it's at
at
AWildSJ on
Yep.
everything. The Pulsechain Positivity Princess.
Filter for mail. Yeah. So it is t.me/filter the number 4 mail.
Awesome.
That's a good place to go. Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Yep. And just pop up in there and be like, hey, I'm doing a thing. And someone will be like, oh, hey, let's get you connected.
That's what it's all about. It's still community is the asset, not the code, as Sami says. Thanks for watching, you guys. Smash the likes, follow at AWildSJ, also on her YouTube channel. Links are down in the description. And get your second for ProVex. You get a worse rate now, but still there's an opportunity for another 20 days, I think, which is still reasonable. After that, it's like really bad. But, you know, if you missed it, no financial advice, but you can still sacrifice for ProveX. You know, we have the logo up here. It's provex.info for the SAC and provex.com for more information on how that'll all work.
Hold on.
Or
So,
replay.
Provex.info for the SAC, but provex.com for info? Did you just say that?
Did I just say that? I meant to say rewind to our intro because you get the vocal fry explanation and perfect voicage on how that all
Cryptocurrency solved double spend.
Electric.
Can you do the vocal fry and the up talk at the same time?
Oh, we got it all.
Cryptocurrency solved double spend.
All right, you guys. Thanks for coming on AWildSJ. We see you guys on the next one. Salute.
Bye.
Outro.